Hey everybody, hope you're all doing well. Thank you very much for tuning in. I posted a little update on Facebook this morning, but I just wanted to tell all you YouTube people, I'm well aware all my YouTube followers don't follow us on Facebook, but sorry I've been a bit MIA the past couple of days. Unfortunately, my cat died, and like our cat, me and my partner and stuff, our cat got very sick and died. He was like very old. He was like, I don't know, like 17 I think, and he had some liver failure and like I don't want to go into too much detail, but oh no, now I'm getting upset. Basically just got very sick and died from old age, which obviously happens but doesn't make it any easier. So I obviously was dealing with that, and I took the day off yesterday and all that, so that would be why I haven't had any videos. So I am very sad today. So it's been lovely though, you guys have been so nice about it. I've seen plenty of people message me or, you know, comment on stuff, and it has been very bringing a tear to my eye, quite literally. So I just want to say thank you all. I am working my way through all the messages and stuff, but there's a lot, so it's taking a bit of time, but I really appreciate you all, and I love you all so much. But yeah, that's enough of the sad stuff. I thought today we'll just have a bit of a fun video, because it'll make me feel better and you guys will enjoy it. So yeah, if you haven't already, please make sure to like and subscribe. Drop a comment down below, check out the podcast, I don't know, other stuff that is good, and yeah, we'll get into the main topic for today's video. So today we're going to be talking about these guys. I'm going to give you guys a bit of a tour of everything and talk through all the fish, all the equipment, all the... what else? That's pretty much it. But I'll just show you around this tank because everyone seems to love it and it's one of my favorites. So in this tank behind me, so this tank behind me is, what is it? It's like 240 centimeters long. About 70 centimeters front to back and about 60 centimeters tall, I think. No, yeah, I think about that off the top of my head. So yeah, it works out, I think, a bit over 1,000 liters off the top of my head. And inside it we've got Oscars. 1, 2, 3, 4. Man, that's so cool that I can do it because I can see you guys. But yeah, there's 5 Oscars. I don't know where the other one is. There is another one in here somewhere. But yeah, there's 5 Oscars. Asian arowana. We got a ornate Baisha in here somewhere, and we've got 2 common picos. So that's kind of like the big units, the big kahunas, the main sort of shop mascots, if you will. So they just hang out here and kind of do their thing, really. The Oscars, I really love Oscars. They are my favorites. They're probably like my favorite fish. I have said it before and I'll say it again. I don't think I could ever not keep an Oscar again, if that makes sense. Like, they're just so fantastic, such good personalities, colourful, playful, all this kind of stuff. Unless you know my big man Jeremy, who is down that way. He's a big grumpy old bastard, so... oh, shouldn't say that. He's a big grumpy fella, so he's not as playful and not as fun, but he's more brooding and moody. He's like an emo fish. That's kind of how I describe him. The great thing about this tank behind me is with all the Oscars, I know like all of their personalities. Like one of the albino tigers, this one in the front, he loves pellets. Like if I put pellets, goes absolutely mental. This red tiger here is called Rambo. Rambo has a funny story, which I'll tell after this, but he loves worms. Worms is his favorite. Like, you give him worms, it's like Christmas for him. So you get all the different personalities, even though there's different fish. The reason he's called Rambo is, so before I got him, he was a friend of a friend's fish, and he put him in like when he was like this big, with a silver arowana that was like that big, and the silver arowana ate him. So what they did is they caught the arowana pulled his jaw open and like gotten him out. And so he was very beat up when I got him, kind of like almost a rescue, I guess. And we've nursed him back to health, and he's now the boss of the tank, old mate Rambo. So I'm very glad about that. But yeah, they're great fish. I love all of them. They're all so much fun. They do need a bit bigger of a tank. I don't really talk about this, but in hindsight, I probably would have. So when I bought this tank, it was Penny and the tank and like a common pleco and a featherfin Synodontis and Synodontis decoris that I gave to one of my friends, and they were fine. But as Penny's growing, it's running out of space. She's fine now, but she won't be fine forever in this tank. She does need a bit bigger, and unfortunately, like it's not. This is hard to talk about, I guess, but I don't 100% have enough. What's that? A couple of fish having a fight, splashing about in the African tank, but don't 100% have enough money right now to get a bigger tank. But I do. She is fine now, but she will need a tank at some point, a bit bigger. But yeah, she's perfectly fine at the moment, which is the main thing, and everyone else is fine. Everyone's happy. In terms of feeding, I feed them the New Life Spectrum Float, freeze-dried insects, mostly mealworms, but some crickets, locusts, cockroaches, all that kind of thing. Live earthworms, live prawns. What else? I feed them other stuff. Sometimes I get them like preserved insects, like ones that have, like the flucus ones that have all the good juice in them. But yeah, I feed them all sorts. They're good. They're good that they're pretty undemanding. Oh, and I put carrots in, not carrots, cucumbers in all the time for the plecos. And they all seem to go crazy, so yeah. That's kind of, I guess, the basic walkthrough. But now that's said and done, let's take a bit closer of a look inside, and I'll show you the fish, show you the actual equipment, all that kind of jazz. So yeah, let's do that right now. So I'll show you the fish first. This is old mate Rambo. Happy fish, big boss of the tank. Likes to hang out down this end, so this is the end closest to the road. The main problem I have with this tank is there's so much glare. It's like unmanageable, so that's why I probably don't put as much footage of it. Other red tiger, albino red tiger. The red, this is the one I missed. I couldn't work out which one I missed just before, but that's the red. The red's slightly smaller. It did get beaten up originally, so it lived in another tank for a little bit to grow up, but yeah, he's getting there. Getting there in size, catching up with the rest. Albino red tiger. Penny, Asian arowana. She does have drop eye on both sides, as you can probably see if she sits still, but I'm not too fussed about it. She can always find a food in that, so that's the main thing. We got the Polypterus ornatopinus, the ornate bicher. He's like, I didn't realize how popular they were. He's probably the fish in this tank that I get asked about the most, and he's the one I probably put the least amount of effort into buying. I like thinking about when I bought, because I was like, oh, this is cool. But I didn't realize how cool. And then this is Leroy, the common pleco, going out there splayed apart. This is other no-name common pleco, which is kind of sad because he has no name, but if you think of any good ones, let me know. So yeah, that's the fishies. In terms of decoration, I just got these clay terracotta pipes. A friend who's in construction got them from, I think, one of their clients' house. They used to have wine in them, you know, they had them all stacked up doing wine, but they got rid of them. So they're nice little tunnels for the bigger fish. Got this piece of driftwood that I got for like one of my first tanks. I was taken seriously. It's obviously a lot more worn down in that now, but I bought it from Petstock in Wairau. No, not Wairau, Takapuna, ages ago, and so it's quite cool that I have it there. And then we have this big old log, because basically I bought this from one of the importers and it has got no character at all. It is just a big hunk of wood, and I was like, nobody in their right mind is ever going to buy this, so I'm not even going to try, and I chucked it in. And it's good because it kind of, I use it to create this little hole in the back, so like stuff can go hang out there if they want to. The idea was like if anything ever gets beaten up, but I'm gonna let you guys know a secret. I don't think I've ever seen a fish back there, but my little hole does exist if they so choose. In terms of lights, oh yeah, so lights, this side is like a real flash reef light. I don't know, remember what it's called. I bought it with the tank. Super flash and so bright, because this tank is very tall and very dark, so it's hard to light. Then this side is just a real crappy T5 fitting, which I do have another one of these reef lights, but the power supply's dead, I think. I do need to fix it, but I don't have the electrical knowledge, and I am going to get Ryan Jury from 3D to Aquariums to have a look at it for me, but because he knows about electricity and stuff, but I haven't yet, so I can't blame anyone but myself. I do have an ear stone back here that is basically one of those ball ones, and it just hangs off this ear line that is connected all the way up there, which is connected to our central loop, which runs off the big pump that runs everything. So I got that, just a bit of surface agitation, just because I have this big pump, may as well connect something to it. Got this Fluval CP4 or 1, whichever one's the strongest. It's like the strongest Fluval circulation pump. I find that's really good because what it does is it stops any sediment and junk settling. It keeps it all moving so it can get picked up by the filter. And it obviously, there's big fish that make big waste, so like you look in between the cracks, there's all the poo in there, but not too bad. What are you going to do? I have the outlet of the filter above here, so again, a bit of surface agitation going. May as well. And yeah, I can't really show you because it's, I can, but it's covered in crap, not crap, junk, rubbish, thingamajigs. So under here we have this is a Fluval FX5, but it's got the FX6 pump. I've never really talked about it, but I hate Fluval, the FX filters. I do not like them at all. They're just big and clunky, and it's always so loud and that. I do want to put an Eheim canister on it, or like a couple of those big Eheim ones, but again, I'll get around to it at some point, but it doesn't really make sense if I'm upgrading the tank, so I'll just do it all at the same time probably. In terms of heating, I just have two 300 watt Eheim thermo controls, one there and then one way in the corner there. You can't really see, but I'll try to show you. They do the job. It's a big body of water, so once it's warm, it stays warm. It doesn't lose too much heat, which is good. So yeah. Oh, pothos. It got so much pothos growing out the top. It's like one of my favorite things. Everyone loves it. I love it. What more could you want? So we got the roots on this side of a smaller one. I put in more recently, a couple months maybe. And then this one is the big one that's been growing for ages, like pretty much since I've had the tank. So yeah, this little marble queen here, it was like a little stumpy cutting that I put in, but bang, look at that, it's starting to shoot off all the little sprouts. So yeah, that's basically this tank. It has one of these crappy little, I need to stop swearing, these little useless you know, thermometers that stick on the outside. I don't know why they sell these. This came with the tank. I don't know why they sell these. I don't think I've ever seen one that works, ever, in my entire life. So, don't buy those, just buy a normal glass one. If you've got big fish, obviously, be careful. They'll smash it. So, I usually I keep them in a sump, if it's got a sump. Otherwise, just like, put it in, or put it in a breeder box and put it in for 10 minutes or something so they can't destroy it. But, yeah. So that's my walkthrough of my big tank. I don't really show it too much online because, as I mentioned, I really struggle with glare. It is pretty much the Bicher's the only one I can ever get a good picture of because he sits still and I can go from the side right up against the glass. But if I try to do that for all these ones, even the Pleckers, they just come right up to the camera and everything goes blurry. So that's why I don't see it as much, but well, why you don't see it as much. But yeah. That's basically my monster fish aquarium. So thank you guys very much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, please make sure to like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon, all that good stuff that YouTube is supposed to ask for. But yeah, thank you very much. I love you all, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.